The Utah Jazz control the tap. Jay, 48 wins for Utah last year. Good for 5th in the West. What's the forecast now?
I know Jazz fans may hate me on this one, but they'll be 5th or worse. And the reason why I'm saying this is that every team above them has 2 superstars or more. Think about Houston, CP3, James Harden, Golden State, okay? They have 5 All-Stars on their team. Portland, Dame Lillard, C.J. McCollum. Also OKC, Paul George, and you think about Russell Westbrook. Who's going to be that second superstar to go along with Donovan Mitchell is a big-time question for Quinn Snyder.
Rubio, his first effort, off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Utah with the possession. Rubio. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
I'm going to be real with you. I haven't seen any limitations in Donovan Mitchell's game. He's always on balance, and it doesn't matter if you hit him attacking the rim or off the dribble. You're never going to knock him off kill. The only thing you can do as an opponent is you have to make him work the entire length of the ball game. Pick him up 94 feet, get his legs tired, and hope that he makes bad decisions down the stretch.
Rubio to Joe Ingles. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Gobert. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Adams to Paul George. Ricky Rubio. Huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Can't connect. Jay, without question, one of the biggest moments of the NBA offseason, Paul George, he chooses the Thunder, he stays in OKC.
And how about what Paul George said? He said, it's a perfect opportunity to submit myself and bring a championship where it has never been brought. And I think him and Russ work well off each other. Playoff P wants to be Playoff P all the time. Who better to bring that out of you than the Beast Brook?
Inside, he scores.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To George. Yudo tips it.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
George. Paul George, 3 for 6 now.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
And George able to gobble up the rebound. Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Paul George. Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
Joe Ingles. To Gobert. Gobert, 2-of-4 now.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession now.
To George. Has a chance, and he hits.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. To Gobert. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Utah ball. Rubio to Joe Ingles. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Westbrook across the timeline. It's 12-10. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
It was not a foul.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Paul George. Beyond the arc for three. And he knocks it down.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Oh, emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Jay, we talk about it all the time. The coaches in this league, who best puts their players in a position to shine? And now I give you Quinn Snyder.
I remember Quinn Snyder, after an ugly loss to Atlanta last year, really made some changes to their system. And here's the thing I love about Quinn Snyder. He recruited me when I was 15 and 16 years old. He was an assistant coach at Duke. The way he spoke to me really got me to buy in. He taught me that it was about being part of something bigger than yourself. And when you buy into what Quinn Snyder preaches, that's how you end up beating OKC in the first round NBA playoffs.
To Westbrook. Going to launch beyond the arc. Here's Rubio up top. Right now, down 7. Not that time.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Utah's got it. Rubio to Zach LaVine. Here comes the screen. Not going down for him this time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Ferguson. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Time for some new personnel into the game. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
I like that. I got ball. I got ball. Hey, match up, match up, match up.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Now, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but you have to take it one possession at a time. You have to continue to chip away. It hasn't been the best first quarter, but if you get a couple more of those to drop, you'll find yourself right back in this ballgame.
Schroeder. To Paul George. Has a look. George with a shot, no good.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
For three, that won't go. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Lead stands at 10. George, it's no good. Shot's not going down. Dakari Johnson sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Thunder with the basketball. Oh, a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Paul George at the line. First free throw is good.
Good shot, man.
Able to convert on both free throws.
Hit it, hit it.
Off the assist.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
George. Joe Ingles pins it, and they pounce.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Schroeder to George. Ferguson to Schroeder from long range. And that's rebounded by the Jazz. Another chance. First quarter in the books. Thunder with the lead. We begin the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? But when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. OKC ball. Schroeder. OKC now with 4 to shoot. Wide open look, won't go. Grayson Allen. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Screen coming. Beyond the arc for 3. The rebound belongs to Oklahoma City. Steps around the defender and puts it in. Nicely done.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Schroeder with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. He gets it.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
Grayson Allen. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Here comes the screen. Ferguson. Going to launch beyond the arc. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Ferguson to Schroeder. Here comes the screen. Shot won't go. To Allen. Here comes the screen. For three. He was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Screen coming. The drive right to the basket. Tony Bradley with the block. That's his first.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Schroeder. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Rubio to Allen. To Zach LaVine.
Hey, come set me one.
Rudy Gobert. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
And ball movement is one of those great things. One of the things you learn early in this game is that if everybody gets involved, then everyone has a chance to win.
Schroeder. Screen coming. From long range, Gobert with the rebound. Zach LaVine. From the outside, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. New blood coming in for both sides.
Subbing in for the Jazz, number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
Short jumper won't go down. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Dennis Schroeder creates the space to bury the three on the step back.
There it goes in. The fact of the matter is some players aren't taking that shot on a regular basis, but still have the confidence to make them when you need them to.
Rubio. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
That's out. Last touch by Rudy Gobert. Substitution being made in this one. From the painted area, won't go down. The follow won't go either. Gets it in the right corner. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Russell Westbrook with the rock. Trying to cash in, just off the mark. To Rubio. Nothing going here on that drive. Driving's Rubio, but he can't get it to fall. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Thunder have it. Here's Schroeder with it. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Schroeder. To Adams. Curling inside. The pass set it all up.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Inside, he scores.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Thunder with the basketball. Westbrook to Schroeder. Down to Adams. Rudy go.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
Just incredible timing on that slot.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Stepping in for Utah.
Schroeder. Down to 5 on the 24. To Adams. George. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat them by 50, beat them by 50. If you want to beat them by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Ingles taking the momentum of the 2018 playoffs into that three.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Schroeder. To Adams. Rudy Gobert rejects it. Ooh, 5 now. Jumper's good. He's endured a major injury. He's had a change of address. But you look at Paul George, he is in the prime years of his career.
And there's no doubt about it. This entire offseason, if I were Paul George, I would think about how do I constantly channel my self-assigned alter ego. Playoff P needs to step up to the court every single day and bring that energy.
Adams to Westbrook. To Schroeder. Has a chance. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short on the shot.
There it is, foul number 6. Time for a seat on the bench.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. George.
Stepping in for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 14, Corey.
Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Good victory here for the Thunder as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.